Well, hello everybody. This is Bruce coming back at you. My second video. The last time I took you all to BWI Airport, or as some people called it, the Thurgood Marshall Airport. Couldn't remember the name of the guy last time, but my file cabinets, I finally got to that piece of information. They say when you get older, it's not that you forget, you just have so much in your mind. Sometimes when something spontaneous comes up, it just takes you a while to get there. So today, I'm going to, how you doing? Today, we're back on the BWI trail, and I'm going to take you to the BWI park that I had mentioned to you. I think that's something nice for you all to see, and you may even want to come and walk around the trail yourself. This trail goes around the airport. It makes a complete circle around the airport, and it's about 12 miles. So you'll find a lot of people out jogging and walking, riding their bikes. How you doing? But it's a nice trail to walk around and limber up. I didn't get into it the last time, but I've tried many, no, I shouldn't say many, but a number of different things to try to keep active.
Wait.
Well, there's no cars coming, so away I go. It's in the late morning here. We've had a bunch of really nice weather here. This is the, we're in our second week of March. So we've had a whole week of weather that's been, excuse me, has been in the 70s. And I haven't had a chance to get out like I wanted to. So since it's Friday, I'm gonna get out for part of the morning. I have a show this afternoon in Silver Spring, a place called Riderwood. So I wanted to get out and do this short video before I actually went out. I've had a chance to work with the GoPro and make do some tweaking so that hopefully the picture will come out better than it did the last time. The last time I had it in a widescreen, and it was just a little too wide. It didn't give you all a realistic depiction of what I'm seeing, especially when I was standing on the hill and looking down at the airport. It just had it spaced out too wide, and when I went back and looked at it, I almost couldn't make it out. But I've come on this trail with a number of different contraptions to try to keep physically active. Of course, I had a bicycle, but as I said, I felt that was just exercising the lower part of my body. And then let's see this guy, he's bless his heart, he's out here, he's still trying to keep active. How you doing? Wow. Now that should be motivating for people who choose to sit at home and be a couch potato. I put myself in that category. This guy is disabled, but he's still out trying to run and keep active. Wow. So after the bicycle, I said, well, I want something that's going to be a little more get my body. So I saw these things. They was called roller skiing, and it I saw it on a TV show. And what it does, it simulates cross-country skiing. And they were saying that you get a total body workout because you have those poles that you use just like skiers would. But man, that is tough. Very steep learning curve. Most of the time I ended up on my butt because you do feel like you're on ice. By the way, I have some roller skis to sell if anyone wants to buy them. Give you a good price. They're pretty expensive too. I even met with this guy. I met with this guy who was pretty good at roller skiing. He had done it for a long time, and he was going to teach me how to roller ski, and just didn't work out. So from there, I tried rollerblading. You know, maybe if I was younger, I could have mastered something like that, because I did do a lot of roller skating when I was a lot younger, when I was growing up. But it didn't work out. Again, I spent most of the time on my back, falling down. Then from there, see, actually, I used to model, and I weighed about 50 pounds lighter than what I'm weighing now. And the one thing that I could do that was guaranteed to make me lose weight is to run and jog. And that's how I kept fit, to be able to model and do commercial print. I did commercial print for a lot of different people. Unisys, Wang, Marriott Hotels, different magazines. If you go to my website is brucethomasmusic.com. You can see some pictures in my modeling days. Hello, how are you all doing? Good. But as I got older, I couldn't jog like that because my knees started bothering me. So I got this contraption that I saw online. They say you can burn just as many calories as jogging. It's called the Elliptigo. And it's like an elliptical machine with wheels. So it's, or they call it also a stand-up bicycle. And pretty strange looking, but I was getting into it. But man, it was so taxing on your body. I would go around this trail, or I would build up my endurance to do this. From my house all the way around the trail back to my house, it's 15 miles. And it would take me an hour and a half to do it. Hi, how are you? And man, after that hour and a half, it felt like I sparred 9 people. And I would have kept it up, but I wasn't losing any weight. I could do it 3 or 4 times a week, and the scale did not budge. So that did not keep me motivated for as much pain as I was going through. For as much pain as I was going through, I wanted something a little more, wanted something better than that. So this is the trail, the BWI Airport Park. People walk this trail just to exercise. You'll see families out here walking. And it's running, if you see that airport there, that's Route 97, which will take you down to Annapolis. But yeah, people walk this trail all times of the day. It's closed at night. So back in September, I was in this park and I saw a guy riding. He was an older guy. He was riding this bicycle. I had heard about electric bikes, but I really didn't know that much about them, and he was riding it. And I said, man, that looks really, really cool. Let me do some research on that. See what he's riding, because I would like to do that. Hi. Now, a number of years have gone since I was on the Elliptigo. And as the time has gone by, I've gotten more out of shape. But I found out with these e-bikes, you pedal so that you can choose the fitness level that you want to exercise at. You know, there's a misconception that you don't get a workout. You can get a workout. It's only if you choose to get a workout. You can go full throttle like a motorcycle, and no, you won't get a workout. But you can do what they call pedal assist, and you can make it as difficult as you want to. So the advantage of that is that, watch out for these people up here. Hi. On your left. Thank you. Hi. The advantage of pedal assist is that you pedal just like a bicycle, but you can choose to have the bike kick in. Hi, how are you? So what that means is that I can pedal at a certain gear, and when I start to get tired or overtired, I can have the bicycle kick in and assist me. This guy looks like he may have an e-bike. Hi. So it seems like the two populations that are really attracted to these e-bikes are young people, teenagers. They want to do it for speed, and seniors that have been in the house for years, and they just want to have a mode of transportation to get out. Thank you. How you doing? Good. Good. So I tried one brand called Iahora, the Juliet, because older people Younger people like to go for speed. Seems like older people like to go for the bikes with distance. And if you want a bike that's going to take you over a distance, you got to get the one with a bigger battery. So I wrote the Juliet Iahora. Was not impressed. Hi. Hello. Hi. Wasn't impressed. Okay, so we've gotten to the central park part of the park now that people come and park. I'll get back to my Iahora story after. So straight ahead, beyond this parking lot here, is the airport. And this park is situated where most of the planes come in and land. And they land, sometimes it seems like every minute or every couple of minutes. But I don't know if they'll do that this morning. We'll hang around for a little bit and see if any planes come in. Hi, how y'all doing? Yes, I think I see an airplane coming in. Looks like a small plane. I don't know if you all can see it or not. Yeah, that looks like a little Learjet coming in. Hope you all can see it. But they usually come much closer. So, I mean, they're so close it looks like you can reach up and touch them. But it's late morning. They're probably mostly taking off, so I'm gonna be on my way again. And as I said, this is gonna be a short ride because I have a show this afternoon. Oh, more e-bikes. I think I know where they're going. I'm going to follow them for a little bit of a ways. I want to see what kind of bikes they have. How you doing?
All right.
Birds of a feather, right? Well, I'm not gonna follow them. I'm gonna explore down this way. We'll go that way on a different trip. I've always wanted to come down this road and see what's here. This is off the trail though, so I'm gonna go off trail for just a bit. It's a beautiful day. I think it's going to get up to, I think, what, 68 today, this afternoon. So right now it's about 63 or 64. It's perfect for riding. So I'm going to go over this hill and then turn around and come back home. So I'll take you back to my story of getting the bike that I have now. So I wasn't too impressed with the Ehora Juliet. I took it on a test drive. And then I went to their page on Facebook just to see what the owners had to say about it. And man, their page is brutal, extremely negative. They talked about the bikes showing up damaged, or how quickly the bikes would break after they've had them. Now, some people said that they were pleased with them, but a lot of complaints about customer service. And the other bike I was looking at was called the Wallke. And it was the same thing with that bike. A lot of people were complaining, weren't happy. And both of those bikes tout that you can get over 100 miles per charge, but there was one guy who did a review. I think he calls himself Tall Happy or something like that. Another complaint I heard about is that the hub put a torque on the spokes, and it was bending the spokes badly to where the tires were starting to wobble and things like that. So while I was there, I told them, wow, I was going to get one of these bikes, but you all talked me right out of it. And so many people responded to me saying that by wise choice, good deal. We would not recommend for you to get these bikes, which was pretty disheartening to hear, because I really wanted to get something. And so one of the One of the people said, try Wallke. They have a good quality bike. Okay. They said, try Wallke. So you spell that W-A-L-L-K-E. And so I went to the page. Entirely different tone. Very positive. People were helping each other. And they answered all of the questions that I had. So I did a little more research to see what model to get. And my fiance and I, Lori, we went Wallke. We got the step-throughs. The step-throughs, growing up, we used to call them girl bikes because they don't have that crossbar that comes up, you know, to your crotch. So they call them step-throughs. So you don't have to raise your leg as you get older. You just step through. You know, I don't like how this on this side there's no shoulder to ride. So from the first ride of getting the Wallkes, we've been hooked. Man, it's a beast of a bike. It weighs a little over 100 pounds. And the quality of the ride was just so much better than what I experienced on the Juliet Iahora. Customer service is really nice. They get back to you. They just require that you be polite, and why shouldn't you be polite? So, not long after I got my bike, they had this contest where they said, hey, we have some extra bikes sitting around the shop. We're gonna have a contest and we're gonna give away 5 bikes. And of course you wonder, I mean, I've never won anything like that in my life. So of course you say to yourself, all right, what's the catch? So they had you do a series of different tasks, mostly marketing things like taking pictures and telling your experience of riding their bikes. And I want a bike. They emailed me and said, which bike do you want? Completely tripped me out. So what they sent me was an what I'm riding now is an H6. It has a dual battery. One battery is 48 volts, 21 amp hours, and the other is 48 volt. I believe it's a 16 amp hours. The motor is 750 watts. I've gotten it as fast as 29 miles per hour, and it's a good bike. So there's people with different YouTube channels that take you all different places riding. So I thought that was interesting. I've always wanted to figure out a way how to connect with the YouTube universe. But I said, man, what do I have to talk about? So when people go on these rides, it looks interesting. So I said, well, I can do that. So I will be going out, having fun. It's going to be a nice summer. If you all have any topics that you would like to talk about, because that's the other, that's the other feature of these rides. People get to talk about different things, talk about themselves, talk about what's going on in the world. I watched a YouTube show yesterday. It was called The Best E-Bikes of Thank you. Hello. It's called The Best E-Bikes of 2024. Excuse me. Hi, how are you? Hey, guy. Hi. So they had about 30 bikes they were talking about. Hello, how are you? The bikes that they were reviewing was certainly not representative of the e-bike universe. They just chose a small... Oh, there's an airplane coming in. I don't know if you were able to see that. See, they come right in front of you. They drop down right over your head. Yeah, so they certainly weren't representative of the e-bikes. The e-bikes that they chose were e-bikes that they chose seem to be mostly American. And the bar that they chose for performance was very low. I mean, it's 2024 and they were presenting bikes with 200 watt motors and 250 watt motors, and you know, they were thinking that they were talking like it's a big deal that a bike had a 500 watt motor. And the e-bike that I bought has a 1200 watt motor. So but I think maybe they were also going for the bicycle purist, because they were... Hi. 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 Because most of the bicycles that they chose had the appearance of the traditional bike. When they did get to to the bikes that look more like mine. The 4-inch tires, 20-inch diameter. I mean, you would have thought. Let me get past this guy. You would have thought that they landed on Mars or something. So anyway, you know, to each his own. I watched the program. There was a number of e-bikes that I didn't know about. They let me know what was out there. So the only thing that I can tell you is that in choosing an e-bike, do your research. Do thorough research, because depending on the bike you go with, it can be expensive, and you don't want to pay a lot of money or something that you're unhappy with, like I almost did. Hi. So we're coming back almost to our starting point. So sometimes I'll be having videos from Delaware and Pennsylvania. They have a lot of trails up there, and they also have a lot of really nice back roads that aren't heavily traveled. And it's up in the mountains and through the woods. It's beautiful. I got a chance to ride through them during the winter time, so it looks like the trees are starting to bud here because it's getting warm. So this landscape will look much different in a month or so, and I can't wait to get up there to see how that landscape's going to look, because it's beautiful now. You see a lot of farms and horse farms, and if I were not doing this, I would probably not be out getting fresh air and moving and grooving.
Wait.
Go. This is a straightaway trail, so this is going to be very easy to go through. A lot of people are out. I guess a lot of these people are retired. Let me go past these people. They should be in school. Is it a holiday? I know it's St. Patrick's Day Sunday. I have to go home and relearn some Irish songs for St. Patrick's Day. And And just in case someone asked me to do it, sing a couple songs this afternoon. Take care. I'm interested to see how many miles I've gone. 12 miles so far. No, that can't be right. Well, no. Well, maybe. I know for certain when I get back home. The trip meter says 12. Just have to be very careful. Oh shoot, what was that? Felt something fall. Felt something bounce off of my shoe as I was riding. So I mean, there's a lot of twigs around here, so it may have been a twig that bounced off. But I know that happened before a couple weeks ago, and I did indeed lose something. I dropped my glasses, that's what I did. But this time they're in my pocket, so. How you doing? Man, that was me many years ago. I hated jogging, but I remember I used to box when I was 19 or 20 years old. And it was at a gym called Oakcrest, and Oakcrest was known because that's where Sugar Ray Leonard trained also. Hi, how you doing? And we had the same coach, Dave Jacobs, and I'd see Ray every day. Really nice guy, a lot of charisma. Besides being one heck of a boxer, people don't know how tough that guy. Well, some people do, but the things I've seen. Anyway, I was boxing and I thought that I could get by without jogging or running. And Dave Jacobs, the coach, I mean, he knew when you weren't jogging. Because he would see you get winded, and I was getting winded, and he said, "Are you jogging?" And I said, "No," and he went off. But if you want to box here, you better jog. There's not one of my boxers that does not jog. If you don't want to jog, you go some. Man, he got on my case for so long. I started jogging, as much as I hated it. It was so funny because I started boxing right after my freshman year in college. And man, it was hot. At that time, I was living down in the DC area, and anybody can tell you DC summers are brutal. And I lived on this straight road called the Wallke Road. And I would just go jogging down that road, and man, it was so hot outside. Man. But what an experience. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't have shoulders for boxing, and my left shoulder kept popping out. And so I was not meant to box. Now I do have a black belt in karate, so after I tried to box, I went back to get my black belt in karate, and karate punches are thrown differently. In boxing, your punches are thrown from the shoulder. In karate, your punches are thrown from your hips. So you don't extend that arm in karate like you do in boxing. And then later on, I was able to teach karate and boxing for Montgomery County for most of the years I was through college. I was under a gentleman by the name of Phil Scuderi. He was a first or second degree at the time, and now he's one of the head honchos of Kinjitsu. We still keep in touch. You know, Facebook is wonderful. I didn't think I'd ever see him again because I didn't know where to find him. And he and I reunited again, and I've been to his studio there. Right now his studio is in, oh shoot, this is another one of those moments when a name, Stuberville or something like that. Selbyville, Delaware. So, we're coming to the end of our ride. If you like, I'll get more into talking about the martial arts and different things. Oops, looks like the cops got somebody up here. Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boy? So I'm at the starting point, and I will see you all later. I don't know when you'll see this, but have a great day. God bless everyone. Don't forget about God in your life. And I will see you later. Bye.